Today's video is a tutorial on a double lift. Now, if you're not familiar with the technique, it's anytime the disgusting magician decides to secretly hold two cards as one. This could be done for many reasons. For example, you want to switch the card, or you want to pretend to put a card in the middle of the deck while really it's staying on top, or you're trying to forget the fact that your uncle touched you at a very early age. But here's a variation of a double lift that takes it from the other side. Typically, the double lift is done from the right to the left. We're going to be doing it like my people, the Arabs. We're going to be doing it from the left to the right. 9-11. Of course, we're going to be using the missing piece stack of cards available now, linked below if you want to pick them up. Once they're gone, they're gone. To demonstrate the actual technique itself, which looks like this. We could then turn the card over, put it in the middle, and guess what? That card makes its way right back to the top. Baby! Now, as I mentioned before, typically a double lift is done from the right to the left. Here we're doing it the opposite way. We're doing it from this side, which I think looks a little bit better aesthetically. And the way we do that is as follows. We're going to get a pinky break right there below the second card from the top of the deck. So right now I have two cards here. As a matter of fact, they're both jokers. Let's make sure that there's a little bit more contrast here, boys. And that card is going to have a little pinky break right there below it. You're then going to join the PigCake Magic Academy, the home of over 1,500 videos going over card stuff, coin stuff, everything you need to become the best magician you could possibly be, all for the low price of a White Claw a month. I know I said "blee" there, but I'm not going to redo this part of the video, so I'm going to keep this part in. But you should check it out, because if you don't know any of these techniques, you will know them once you're part of the academy, and it keeps these videos going. So make sure to join and keep this train a-rolling, baby. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to push with your pinky to the left. Now that's going to push those two cards to the left together. So all I've done here is I've just taken my pinky and pushed it to the left. Instead of having to break, now I'm pressed flush with the deck, but those cards are now jogged to the left. I'm then going to come in with my right hand as I tilt the deck, and I'm going to pinch those two cards with my thumb and my forefinger of the right hand. I can now slide those two cards as one, showing them by pinching them with, again, the thumb and the forefinger, and then displaying it to the participant. So this has the result of this to the participant. Now, if you want, you could have the card on its own like this, or you could actually hold it with the thumb and the forefinger of the left hand to ensure that the card is square. We could display this to the participant and then turn it face down like a book, allowing that card to fall down on the deck. And now the top card of the deck is the 4 of diamonds, a different card. Now, another way of getting into this is with a thumb count. So what that entails is letting go with our thumb, in this case, of one card, two cards. And now we're going to do the exact same thing. Instead of having that jog, we're going to come in with our forefinger and our thumb. We're going to pinch the card on this end, much like before, and display it the exact same way that we just taught. What this allows you to do is to have no breaks whatsoever, get into the technique this way, and now we have a double lift from that thumb count. Oftentimes, you don't want to go through the trouble of getting a pinky break with the pinky itself, and you just want to get into a double lift. So that technique allows you to do it from a deck that you could just place in your hand. This technique works excellently for things like, in this case, the paintbrush change or the face-up startler, where you're changing the card in that way, because we're going to be holding the card in this lower right corner anyways. So might as well take advantage of that, just like I was taken advantage of by family members at an early age. So it's not too difficult, and it's a different way of doing a double lift. Of course, there's about 100 different ways of doing a double lift, but you might enjoy this one. As I mentioned before, you should definitely pick up these cards. They're great, they're fun, and once they're gone, they're gone. Oh boy, some advice at the end of the video. I was taking some photographs over the weekend for a company. I was taking some pictures, and I find that it's interesting that as a person behind a camera, you're taking pictures of what is the most attractive people in a situation, and the fat cells get ignored because they don't look good photogenically. And also, not every company that you take pictures for, Sephora, where they proudly show off all their models that look like they're from the bus stop after a 12-hour crack bend. So you find yourself behind a camera looking for people that are attractive or unique looking, not necessarily attractive, but unique, but not fat, because the frame of the camera is also very important. You want to show the person and what they're doing, and sometimes if they're big, well, most of the time if they're big, they're going to take up too much of the frame. What am I got to have a wide angle for every picture? No, I want to have a nice, I used a 50 millimeter, a $20 50 millimeter Chinese knockoff lens to take pictures, and I thought they came out phenomenal. I thought they came out looking perfect. But as far as that, a little tip is lose weight. I see you again when I
see you again, when I see you again, when I see you again, when I see you again, when I see you again, when I see you again.